Welcome to the Extreme Wealth Business Channel, and today we have a very special guest with us. Today we have none other than Alvin Huang. All right, for those of y'all who don't know Alvin, he's an absolute legend in the e-commerce space. He's one of the best entrepreneurs I know. And Alvin, I want to share a quick story, bro.
Yes.
I have known you for a long time, bro.
Really? I thought we just connected.
No, dude. As in, I'm a nobody, bro. Like I've known you since 2012, 2013.
Okay.
Like, I kind of got interested in the whole internet marketing space.
Mm-hmm.
I started learning from Shun Jian. I started learning from Wilson Lau. Do you know these people?
Yeah.
Right. So these guys. So they always talk to me about you, bro. Like they always talk to me about you. And then I've been following.
Good things, though. Good things.
Hey,
I hope.
Only good things. Only good things.
Quite an asshole sometimes. So yeah.
Hey, only good things. So they only spoke good things about you. And then I've been following you on Facebook for so many years, bro. Like I honestly speaking, I don't know if you actually knew me. I don't know if you actually know me, but I've been following you for a long time. I've been seeing your work. Last time I think you were doing product creation, right? You actually had I know Wilson was promoting your stuff. You had all these affiliate offers available. I was following that, and then I saw your transition into the e-commerce space, and I was like, wow, this guy is absolutely crushing the game, man. So, dude, I've been a silent admirer of your work, bro. And and guys, I just want to share with you all something about Elvin, right? So interestingly, it was just yesterday that we actually connected, right? Yesterday, Elvin gave me a random message on Facebook, right? A random message on Facebook. And he's like, "Hey, Resh, your team hasn't emailed me about the details of the class." I was like, "This Elvin is messaging me. Are you kidding me? Elvin is actually asking me about my options class and stuff." So I was like, "What the shit? What?" And then I was like, okay, cool. Let me get down to it. I got my guys to email him about the class details and stuff. But hey, it's very, very amazing, bro. The first thing which I want to share with you all is this. Like, Elvin, you're still learning, bro. Like, you've achieved so much, you've accomplished so much. But one thing that you truly believe in is in always learning, huh, bro?
Oh, definitely. I think you need to constantly learn, and I might be pretty okay in the internet marketing and e-commerce space, but at the same time, I definitely want to learn from, if I want to explore technical analysis, options or whatever, then I need to go to people who are experts like yourself to then, brush up. So I think it's very important that each of us find a coach in the relevant domain of expertise that we want to learn something about, and then it will speed up the process a lot faster. Yeah.
Guys, you see, are you all understanding this, guys? People who are at the very top always believe in constantly learning, right? Can all of you all in the comment section right now type down "never stop learning"? Can all of you all type that down, guys? Come on, type that down. Never stop learning. All right, like seriously, that really, as in, I was blown away by what Elvin, like, dude, like, why do you need to learn? But again, like what he said, right? He always believes in finding the domain expert and stuff like that, right? So, anyways, bro. So, that's the number one. That's the first thing which I'm very humbled by. Thank you for reaching out to me. I truly appreciate it. And anyways, Alvin, let's bring them back. Many people don't know you because you're kind of underground. You're not exactly a public figure. You mentioned that you don't do a lot of interviews and stuff, right? Yeah. So could you give them like a 411? Like, who are you? Like, how do you get started? And tell them the beginning story, man.
Okay, sure. So I got started in 2004. Back then, I was still studying in university, SMU. And what happened back then was my ex-girlfriend was actually sick and she needed to eat medicine every 4 to 5 hours. So throughout the night, she needed to eat her medication. So I decided, I'll hack it. I'll not sleep and I'll just go online, and I was Googling how to make money online, So I'm pretty sure much of you all maybe have tried that before. So back in 2004, I was very lucky. I chanced upon this website called, this program called Silent Sales Machine. It's by this guy called Jim Crockham. And he actually teaches people how to make money selling things on eBay. And so, I was a bit apprehensive, that there was those kind of sales letters, if you're a Singaporean, you see those kind of sales letters in the past, you would think it's scammy. So, but nonetheless, I took a leap of faith. I purchased the program and I just followed whatever he taught me. And, back then, I guess it's easier in the sense that there wasn't so much noise compared to what you have nowadays. Nowadays, there are a lot of different trainers, a lot of different programs. There's it's good. You have a variety, but you're not sure who to go to. So back then, I just followed it. Very lucky in university while still studying, was able to earn about $3,000 to $4,000 a month. So very, very lucky, very fortunate that program was not a scam. I just followed it. And after that, I started tweaking it. And then, of course, I was already bitten by the internet marketing bug because I was earning some income. So after university, I straight up just went on to do my own business. So it was from then on that I set up an SEO consultancy. To be honest, that didn't do too well. And then later on created info products like Resh, like you mentioned. And at the start, a lot of trial and error, but along the ways, I guess there were a little bit more ups and downs. And I progressed from being an info product creator on ClickBank. That grew my business to about 5 million a year. That's where I kept out. And then I decided to then go into health supplements, which is a much bigger market in general. And that has allowed me, to our peak to do 44 million in 2018. And the reason is also because I see a lot of friends, acquaintances in the health supplement space, marketing, do note, only to the US, mainly the US, because it's a much bigger market, doing 200, 400 million a year. So that's why I moved into that space. So I now currently sell information products, health supplements, and beauty products too. Yeah.
Wow, beauty products as well. Like what kind of beauty products, bro?
So beauty creams like neck wrinkle creams, like those kind of something like, okay, for example, I'm not sure whether you all heard of Junes. Junes has this eye lift thing whereby you apply it within 5 to 10 minutes, your eye bags disappear. So products like this are actually quite common. You can get the average person can get access to them quite relatively easily, and then you can brand it yourself and then sell it. So I sell something like that too. Yeah.
Dude, as in the internet marketing space has evolved so much since you actually started, right? 2004 to today. Yes. Like nowadays, today, everything is so simple. Like, everything's at a click of a button. Setting up a ClickFunnels store, everything is just like, anybody and everybody can do it. Now, back in the day, I bet you probably had to learn coding and you had to learn all these crazy things, like how to build a WordPress site and all that stuff. But today, Wix site, a simple sales funnel. Wow, man, it's crazy, man. Things have evolved so much. Right, but hey, so tell me, man, like so you went from the info products, and then you said that you went to this whole health supplement space, and that really blew up, right?
Yes.
That crazy blew up, like. But talk to me about it, man. Like health supplement space, don't you find that it's also a very competitive space to be in, or no?
Good question, Rash. So actually, my opinion is that the more competitive a space it means that there's more money to be made because there's a lot of demand. That's why there's huge competition. So the question would then remain so how do you stand out from your competition? How do you be in terms of product, in terms of your marketing? So, so some people tend to try to avoid going to competitive spaces and go into very non-competitive and like absorb like weird, low in demand markets. But because you go there, then you find, hey, there's no wonder it's weird. No wonder there's no demand. No one's buying anything. So I generally like to go in very competitive. Like for supplements, weight loss is the most competitive because it's the biggest market in the supplement space. Then, but that's how, but if you know your marketing, you know your product positioning, and you know how to stand out, then you'll be able to do well. Yeah.
Dude, I love it, bro. You know what I love? Hey guys, hold on. Are y'all getting great value from Elvin so far? We haven't even got started, guys. Are y'all getting great value? Like I'm learning stuff. Right. So right now, I'm going to ask y'all to do me a simple favor, right? I want y'all to do me a simple favor. Right now, can all of y'all please go onto the Facebook group? And if you see the video being shared, can y'all please share this video, right? So what I want to do is this. I want to get at least 200 shares happening. And if you at least have 200 shares, if you have at least 200 shares, I'm going to give you all a gift worth at least $2,000, all right? So please go and share. I want at least 200 of y'all to actually share.
Wow, can I get a gift too?
Hey, dude,
I don't even know what Rush is giving. Yeah,
he doesn't even know, man, but I'm going to give a gift valued at $2,000. So make sure you all share. Please, guys, let's go. I'm going to give you all a while, right? If you all don't share, then hey, go and share, right? So I want as many people to actually see this as possible. Okay, so please go and share. I want at least 200 shares on this, right? And again, you all know when y'all can share, and then we can share this good stuff with as many people as possible. That'll be absolutely amazing, all right? So if you've shared, type in share. I want to see. Okay, so please go and share. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. Elvin, we have people sharing from all over the world, right? Wow. People sharing from all over the world. Malaysia, Singapore, UK. Oh, man. Please share the video. Thank you. All right, at least 200 shares here, guys. Come on now. Okay, so Elvin, I want to actually ask you something, bro. You know what is interesting is this, bro.
Right.
Like, you see, a lot of people have this thinking and this idea that, hey, if I want to get into the health supplement space, I have to be a gym buff. I have to be this super, like, I need to know about health supplements really well. I need to be a six-pack investor.
That's you, right?
Hey, that's me. But for yourself, like, are you very into health, or what's your view about it?
Okay, so to be honest, yes, I'm not so into health. So it's good. I think it's good. It gives you an advantage if you're good in those areas. Like if you go into health and you're very you're an expert in health, it's great. I mean, it gives you a little bit of advantage. But I think what's more important is that I gathered a team that give me the advantage. What do you mean by that? So you see, let's say I'm not very good in the health space. So what I do is I then hire people or hire consultants or contractors from our work to then provide those knowledge to me. And do note that that person might be an expert in health, but they might not be an expert in knowing what sells in the market, right? So you need to take their information and then filter it with what you know. So for me, for example, to find out what's selling in the market, okay, let me give you a very good example. In the US, if you go to wholesale, Whole Foods or whatnot, in the supplement space, you see that there's this big array of supplements related to the gut, okay, to digestive systems, So the thing is, online, interestingly enough, you don't see a lot of people selling those products on volume. So if someone was just to like go to the market and say, oh, there's so much demand for these products, there's so many gut and digestive products, I want to sell that, and you use that information and sell online, you'll flop. So you need to take that information, then go online and check, okay, offline in retail, there seems to be a lot of demand for that. But online is there. Then you use spy tools and you check what people are selling. And apparently for the gut digestive systems, they don't sell well online for various reasons. So as you can see, you're using experts, you hire them, use that information to then come out with your final decision. So you don't necessarily need, like you said, to be a health buff, to be a expert in that. Because you see, I'm also not the face of the brand of the company. I manage the company, but I'm not the face of the product. So what we do also is we get spokespeople. So like for my beauty brand, I have a spokesperson in New York. She has a skincare clinic in Fifth Avenue, and she has celebrities like Gaga being her clients. But unfortunately, we can't say that because there's a non-disclosure. So we can only say that she has celebrity clients. She appears in Allure, all these magazines. So depending on your needs, you then get a spokesperson to front your product if you want that. You don't need to be a health buff. You mainly need to coordinate all the experts and people that you need to then create your business. I hope that answers your question.
Good. But again, how long did you actually take to build this up, man? Like, you did the transition, right?
Oh, yeah.
So like, yeah, how long was the transition?
Okay, to be honest, it was pretty fast. Okay, and it's quite stupid actually. So, okay, some people I think ask questions, how do you source for the product?
Yeah.
I Googled it. So we actually just Google and find Google private label supplements. Who can create supplements? And then we saw some manufacturers. That was at the start, you can still do that. And then what we did was just emailed them. And we emailed them. To be honest, back then we didn't know. We just thought we emailed them, and then they told us the price quotes. We compared a few of them quotations based on the formula that we wanted. And then we just wired them the money. Maybe I was naive. We're not scared that they would just run off the money. So we had to wire 50% of the cost first to them. And as they created, then we had to design the labels. You can go to Upwork, get someone to design the label, and then put it on your label. So after they shipped it back to us, fulfillment center, we can then start selling. So it was quite fast. But of course, I think the main difference is I was already in the information marketing space. I had a big database of people, prospects in personal development. And after personal development, I also built up a health info products. So I had people interested in health. So when I promoted my health supplements to this group of people, they then purchased. So it was easier transition in that way. Yeah.
Yes, that's great. I actually am seeing this one comment which I need to address, man, seriously,
Sure.
because I know that you are legit. So somebody's actually asking like, hey, coming from the digital marketing and e-commerce space, $44 million selling health supplements is it some MLM? And I'm very skeptical.
In fact, that's interesting. The last time I was in a business group, I talked about people selling 44 million. They kicked me out. They said I was MLM, and then it's interesting then, and then I showed them, no, I'm not MLM. Like, this is my stuff. If you follow me throughout the years, you see my team growing bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And he was saying that those are all your MLM sellers. I said, no, they work for me. There's no MLM. So to address that, I sell in a way that's called direct response, meaning that I sell directly to the consumers. And the way that I sell is we create this kind of what we call infomercials. Okay, so I don't really sell like the Shopify people. We create like 30, 40-minute long videos. Okay, they're really long, and then we put them on our websites. And why does that work? Okay, let me share with you. It only works because in America, there's cable TV, and there's a lot of infomercials on the TV. Every day, and I think there are entire channels dedicated to infomercials. I don't know whether you all heard about QVS and all this kind of thing. So they sell things like Total Gym System, they sell knives, they sell skincare. I mean, Proactive used to be also on an infomercial. If you all know about that brand, Proactive is an acne product. So I sell that way. So what we did was, instead of selling advertising on TV, we create infomercials and we put it on our websites and we buy traffic and send people there. So that's the way we sell. A little bit different from the Shopify method or Amazon method, but definitely it's not MLM. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So QVC, dude, as in you're building a legitimate. How big's your team right now? Like, just so that people know.
Singapore 40 plus, US 10, Philippines 10. Yeah, so maybe about 60 plus. Yeah.
60 plus people, right? So, dude, like, he's a legit business owner for the guy who's asking.
Not a single MLM seller. Like, no one sells one-to-one at all. Yeah. So just to clarify that.
Dude, but then again, right? There's nothing wrong with MLM. Like, some people the health supplement space, MLM companies are smashing it. They're killing it.
Yes.
They're billion-dollar companies, right?
Yes. So you're right, Rash. I think there's nothing wrong with MLM. It's a very decent, it's a good business model to how to get your product up. So, I long ago also thought about, wow, if I could start an MLM, but there's a lot of numbers, depends on what system you're going to run. You need people to do seminars, so it's interesting, but I think that's a whole new different business model. The average person cannot start an MLM, but I think in this day and age, it's easier for an average person on the street to start an e-commerce, be it my style, an Amazon style business, or Shopify style business. It's much easier. Yeah.
Alvin, I wanna talk to you about this year, man, 2020, bro. Like, as in we are seeing e-commerce numbers just go bazooka, right? I've seen the Amazon numbers, they're going nuts. Right? I'm speaking as an investor. I've seen the Shopify numbers. It's Alibaba's numbers, they hit $1 trillion, right? Like, seriously, man, dude, it's nuts. The numbers that are coming through, it's unbelievable. It's unprecedented. I'm looking at Shopee's numbers, right? I'm sure you know Shopee. Oh, dude, it is bazooka, man. I've been speaking to people who are Amazon sellers and all that, and they're just saying that it's nuts. Are you seeing that kind of trend in your own business as well?
Yes. So interestingly enough, okay, to be honest, because I haven't been releasing a lot of new products in the last 2 years, so my products have been a bit old in the market, fatiguing. So because in the last 2 years we were doing a lot of compliance, a lot of SOPs, so hence because of that we didn't see a big gain in our products. But in the marketplace, my friends in supplements and beauty, they're actually seeing big growth. So for me, actually, this week onwards, I'm releasing a new product from this week and then every month thereafter. So getting back into the new product launch model, whereby we have new products in the market, hence increasing revenues. But definitely, what you mentioned, Rash, about the e-commerce space blowing up is that it's true. In fact, for the last few years, this has been the trend. More and more people are buying online through the platforms, through Amazon, through Alibaba, Taobao, and through different, the market is going online. That's why retail has been hit. So what this current COVID-19 or coronavirus thing is speed up that entire process, like maybe 5 times, because everyone's stuck at home, businesses are closed. So you have to buy online. So it has made people who maybe normally don't buy online start buying online. People who buy online sometimes now buy a lot more. So definitely you start seeing all these companies related to e-commerce or being companies that provide the tools to this kind of e-commerce companies maybe growing a lot faster now.
Can you give me some examples of the companies that provide tools to the e-commerce companies?
Okay. But I don't invest in any company.
Okay, sure.
So maybe I don't know whether the fundamentals are technical and
sure. Doesn't matter. I just want to know.
So examples would be maybe Shopify, then analytics data, things like Tableau, Datadog. These are companies that are like okay, so anything that's analytical, providing data to like those tools and services. So I'm not sure whether for Amazon people use this software called Helium. I'm not sure if it's listed in the market, but basically big tools that have mass appeal, or even SaaS, things that are related to SaaS, services business. So a lot of them are like I'm not sure. MySpace has something called Visual Website Optimizer. I'm not sure if that listed, but yeah. Then of course all the platforms are doing well also. Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Dude, as in, we've seen, as in with my community, we've been analyzing Datadog as well, right? Oh, dude, that company is just growing like nuts, right? They provide information to like the analytics for Amazon, they provide analytics for Shopify, and they have got, oh man, the growth and the numbers I'm seeing is just nuts, man. But here's the thing, Alvin. People are actually asking, hey, is this a temporary thing? Is this a temporary spike? Is it like a Black Friday kind of spike? Or is this a fundamental change? Like, what's your opinion?
In my opinion, I think it's going to be a fundamental switch whereby once you're used to buying online, it's not like when the shop's open, you're going to go back. Some will do, but I think it will create a situation where it's a sustained shift of people buying patterns to being more accustomed buying online. To be honest, although I sell a lot of stuff online, I don't really buy online a lot. It's my wife that buys online more than me. For
Yeah.
me, maybe Amazon books here and there. But I think with this coronavirus situation, I started going to Q10 and started buying a lot of things. And I was competing with my wife with who gets the more doorbells, every day, who gets more things shipped. So I think this current coronavirus situation has made us change our buying patterns. And usually when people are used to it, they usually stick to it. And I think it's a very sustained growth in e-commerce in all aspects. Only services can't be e-commerce. I mean,
Actually, one more thing which I've actually seen, which is very, very exciting for me, is that not only has more people shifted online, but the average buyer value in terms of how much they're buying per person online has increased substantially. Right? Like last time, people used to say, dude, I won't buy anything more than $1,000 online. Dude, all these people are buying 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 stuff online. It's nuts, man. Are you seeing that as well?
I do see that a little bit, but to be honest, I haven't seen a lot of that. But I've heard about other people having cart values. People are buying more online. They're open to spending more online. They're less worried about fraud. But I'm only seeing a little bit of that. Not enough to make a statement about that though. Yeah.
Talking about the services, right? Talking about the services. One company that I've been chatting with my guys about is PayPal, right? PayPal, dude, bro, the numbers are sick, man. Elvin, I'm not joking, bro. Like, the CEO himself said that what the growth that happens in 3 to 5 years, right now is happening in like 1 month, right? He's like, PayPal is choked with money, man. It's nuts, right?
So that's 200,000 new PayPal signups a day or something.
Dude, it's the numbers of people opening accounts, right, on PayPal. The amount of money coming through PayPal is just next level because right now the only way you can pay is online, right?
Yes.
So like I'm sure like even for yourself, if you don't mind sharing, what are the payment processes they use for your own company?
Actually, I use PayPal only.
So shit!
PayPal, I use PayPal. So we are an enterprise level member with them. So they're really good. I mean, PayPal their service is good. We also were considering using Stripe. Stripe tried to bring us over. So Stripe is also another potential, which if PayPal numbers are going up, Stripe numbers should be going up too. So I mean, I'm not sure business-wise, So I use PayPal a lot. We're happy. I mean, I think some merchants are a little bit worried. They hear horror stories about PayPal like shutting you down. Fortunately, I don't know, for the last, so many years, they've never done that to us. I think PayPal, I mean, if you're a legit business, PayPal will come down to your business to actually look at your office and everything and ask you questions. So once they know you're legit, you wouldn't get in trouble with them. Yeah.
Oh, so like for you as an enterprise level, they come to your office, they actually see you have somebody to contact with and everything.
Yeah, there's a relationship manager, they invite us to F1 races and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, quite cool.
Oh, that's nice, man, bro. So Stripe is not listed yet, but I'm sure Stripe is growing tremendously as well because, ClickFunnels, even Russell Brunson has actually said, I'm sure Russell Brunson. Russell Brunson has said himself that, he's just gearing up like 5 years of growth. Like, what's taken 5 years is happening this year, right? The number of people coming online to actually set up funnels and everything, like the growth in ClickFunnels is insane. Like, and ClickFunnels, one of the competitors, not exactly competitor, but in the similar space is Shopify, right? That's another company. So it's nuts, man. The space and the growth, the numbers that we're seeing. Oh man, it's exciting, bro. And that's why, investing in this space is pretty exciting as well. My personal belief is this: looking at past data, just to share with you, right? Looking at past data and past metrics to actually gauge what's the value of the company today, in my personal opinion, it's not going to be valid anymore. And the reason why is because the numbers are just like, how can you look at like 5 years ago numbers?
Yeah. So as in the numbers now are totally different. It's a whole new level.
It's a whole new world, man. It's a whole new world. And are you seeing that yourself? As in not just because you are in the game, right? Are you like for real?
I mean, yes. I think there's like when you do something, there's a lot more opportunity because when you launch something in the past, maybe you won't make as much, but now there's so much more opportunity because everyone's buying online. So the only thing though, a caveat though, is that while more people are buying online, more money is being spent. At the same time, the only thing I'm slightly worried about is the economy, because a lot of people are being laid off, not just Singapore, US, or around the world. So that would affect consumer spending. So I don't know which one will taper out. Like there's more people buying online, but at the same time, some people are getting out of jobs. They can't afford to spend. So which one will win over for the at least 6 months to 1 year? That's something that I'm not sure about. But the thing is, online e-commerce is definitely going to be there. It's in our future. It's going to grow stronger and stronger. Yeah. In fact,
Wow.
one interesting fact, every year, year on year, we're seeing more people buy through mobile devices compared to the desktop. So when I first started, or not first started, like maybe 2 years ago, it was 50% people who bought our products bought it from the desktop, 50% from mobile. And every year, the mobile grows by about 10%, 60% mobile, 40% desktop. Now, 70% people are buying through mobile. So something to take note about if you're selling online is make sure that, be it the Shopify store or whatever, or your own websites, make sure it's mobile responsive. And, when you're selling to someone on a mobile, the attention is lower. So you need to take that into note when you try and sell to them.
Alvin, can you pause for a while? Guys, is Alvin dropping some absolute golden nuggets? Yes or no, guys? If he's dropping gold, type in gold. Type in gold, my friends. Type in gold. Guys, it's absolutely amazing. And guys, if you feel that he's dropping gold, can you all please do me a favor, right? There's 755 of you all. Can you all please share this video? It's online on Facebook. I want you all to go on Facebook and please share this. I want as many people to see this as possible. So please go and share, right? So please go and share. And again, for those people who share, I actually will have a gift for you at the end of this session. Absolutely amazing gift value at $2,000, right? So again, please go and do it. Please go and share. I want as many people to see this. Why? Because we are dropping absolutely golden nuggets.
And just so you know, Rash, I mean, there's so many questions, but I guess you would be...
Yeah, I'll be the moderator for the questions.
There's just so many. I was looking, oh my, wow, okay. A lot of questions. Thank you, everyone.
Dude, the guys are absolutely loving what we're sharing, man. They're loving what we're sharing. And again, the reason why I brought Elvin on is because he's a practitioner, right? He's in the game. He's in the trenches. He knows exactly what's up. He can tell us everything, right? So that's the reason why I brought you on, bro. Dude, so Elvin, I want to ask you a question. I think one of the questions which some of them asked was this, like, hey, we see all that success. We see all that, oh man, I sell how much online? $44 million, all that stuff. But what is the grind behind it they don't see, man? What are the tough times? What are the things that people don't know about which got you to where you are today?
Oh man, there's a lot of downs. I mean, there are times whereby the company almost went under. So let me give you an example. I think that was 2015. Because I'm so used to the company doing well all the time. So to be honest, I was just bad with my own finances. I was spending a ton of money. So I spent like 30,000 a month. I was always getting profit out of the company, which is a bad choice. So, and then I didn't have someone in finance. The finance person just did the transaction. We didn't do like monthly P&L, which I think a lot of small businesses, if they are in the $1 to $5 million range, some of them don't even do their monthly P&Ls. They just see there's cash in the bank, which is not necessarily the best way to measure business success. So in 2015, we started losing money because what happened is, I was on a roll. I had a lot of different info products launching, but then I got disfocused. So what happened was that I started too many things. I got my hands double because there was like, oh, this is exciting, good opportunity. Let's do this. So I had like maybe 10 projects running. But what's the problem? I had 10 starting, nothing ending. So I had no money coming back, and I had every project that goes out, I need to create a product. I needed to hire copywriters, which cost a lot, $10,000 to $20,000 per project, putting a lot of money. So what happened was that I got not focused, and then we started losing money. I remember I was a little bit upset. I started losing money, and even a potential new business partner was looking at the numbers and saying, oh, because it's not looking so good, I don't think we might want to do a partnership anymore. And so what happened was then, I got down really focused. I started looking at the numbers and said, okay, you know what? We have to be really focused. We have to be really tight with our deadlines. We have to set really good KPIs. So 10 projects, I chose like, okay, which were the ones that are going to come out soon? Which are the ones that had the most potential? Because out of 10, some are like, okay, it's going to take a long while and it has some potential, but it's going to take a long while before it comes out. And some are like, oh, it's going to come out soon, but potential is only so. So I use a matrix whenever I make a decision on anything to decide which projects to come up. So the decision matrix that I use is always, what impact can this project make? And I think this is very applicable to anybody's form of decision making. So what impact can it make? Is it a big impact, low impact? Next, speed of getting it launched, like speed of getting it done. So is it fast or long? Right? Because you might have something that takes a really long time, like a year, but it might be a big impact, but you might not want to do that project first. Okay, so speed. The next thing is time and resources needed to put in to get a project going. Because inevitably, you have some things that are it's only going to cost you a little bit of time and manpower, and then you can get it done. So that's something you want to assess. And the next thing is probability of success. So you need to estimate that every new business venture, any new business project, some are going to have higher probability of success. Of course, Some are going to have lower probability of success. But of course, sometimes the low probability of success projects might have a big impact. So using this framework, I then analyze all my projects and then decide, okay, these are the next 3 months. I just need to get out in the next 2 months. And so I got the team huddled together, dropped everything else, and worked on those few projects. The rest all stalled. But the point was, there's no point moving everything 5% forward, nothing launching, but to focus on 3 things, get 1 out this month, get the next 2 out next month. So that was 2015, very fortunate. After we started doing it that way, within like 3 months, we started earning money again. So it's profitable.
So basically, like laser focus and speed, right? Laser focus, like cut out the crap.
Yeah,
laser focus.
Shut down all the shiny objects. Yeah.
Oh, dude, guys, that's something. Oh, like, how many of you can relate to what he's saying, guys? If you can relate to what he's saying, type in yes, me. Right? How many of you can relate to what he's saying? Seriously, man. Talk about this entire world where there's so many different things. You want to do this, you want to do that. Entrepreneur ADHD, like, oh, you want to do this, but then what is? I love these 4 points, right? What's the impact that you can create? What's the impact? Is it fast or is it long? Right? Is it fast or is it long? Right? Number 4, the time or resources that's needed. And again, what's the probability of success? The probability of success is high. Then we focus and we go deep and we just go all out, right?
Yes.
Dude, and that's the secret to making millions of dollars, man.
Yes, and I mean, just to add on to what you mentioned about, shiny object syndrome, I felt that I made more money by saying no to people. I made more money saying no to business opportunities because what you're all going to experience, I mean, even now, I mean, you might have different friends, different business partners coming to you to, talk about business opportunity. And it's always exciting a new business opportunity is usually very exciting, okay? Because you haven't started the work yet. Once you get started in the work, there's going to be problems and challenges for every business opportunity. It's very normal. So I found that I made more money saying no to people. People, as you get more successful, people just come up and ask, we want to do things together. So you have to be very synergistic to what you want to do. Like whatever you take on has to really, really make that, like, again, the impact to your current business before you take it on. Because you have to remember there's only one of you and a team. You would think that with a big team you can do more, but there's limits, somehow. Yeah.
Well, Alvin, after you say this, I feel so honored, bro, because you said yes to me, bro. So thank you.
Oh yeah, you know a lot of people, so I'm quite. I don't know. People know that I always say no. No time for coffee. Sorry, I can't meet you up. Maybe 3 months later, I'll let you know.
Oh man. So dude, again, thank you. Dude, guys, seriously, he agreed to do this for all of you, right? For all of my Team Rash people, he agreed to do this like literally just yesterday, last night. Guys, do y'all love him? Like, do y'all love him for that? Come on, guys, right? He's giving y'all so much value. Y'all know he's so busy and he agreed to do this for you guys. Right? So again, please say thank you to him and just show him some love and stuff like that. It's so important. Right. And after this entire thing, I've still got some questions to dig into his brain and stuff. But after this, please go and follow him, right? So Alvin Huang, go and follow him on Facebook. Just check out what he does. All right. Like honestly, I asked him like, hey, Alvin, is there anything you want my guys to check out? And he's like, no.
Yeah,
so I said,
I don't have nothing to sell. Sorry.
So,
yeah.
Right, so just follow him. I just want to do him a favor. Just follow him on Facebook. Like, check out what he's doing, guys. One thing I truly believe is this: success leaves clues. Success leaves clues. And ever so often, Alvin hosts. He'll just randomly do like a Facebook Live, sharing some of his genius, whatever is going on in his brains. And if you get the chance to dig into his brains, guys, like even I'm tuning in. So why not you, right? So I really, really want you all to just follow him and just give him a follow, right? So, anyways, Alvin, next question I want to ask you is this. Talk to me about your first meal, man. What was the journey to the first meal, right? What was it exactly, and what was the thing that actually got you there?
Okay, so I started off selling stuff on eBay. Okay, I started selling information ebooks on eBay. Back then, you could. So I would buy resale rights or rights to certain products and just sell them on eBay. I don't know why. So I'll buy something like I'll buy the rights to sell $10, and I can sell unlimited copies of this product. And I'm not sure why people would not just buy the product directly, but buy it from me. I'm not sure why. Apparently, there's no perfect information in the world, even though there's the internet. So I did that, eBay, and then I progressed, like I said, to info products. So I think one of the reasons how I broke the first million is really collecting what I call a database of prospects and customers. So my database was in email, but don't think of it just as email. It could be a database of prospects, maybe in Telegram, in WhatsApp, in Facebook Messenger. They have that, subscriber through the Messenger. So it's about getting a database of prospects who are interested in your service. The reason you want to do that is once you have a database of prospects interested in your service, you can then make recommendations as needed to related services that they might be interested in. And if they buy, you earn a commission. At the same time, of course, you can then continue to give them information, good information, like just what Rash is doing now. Like, we're not selling anything here, but he's providing good information through his database of people who are following him. So when there is a good offer that makes sense to you all, you might then promote it and you all might buy. So I reached my first million much easier by actually collecting database of prospects. And then because I have products, I have database of customers. Now, a prospect and customer is different. The prospect haven't spent a single cent with you, right? Customers who have spent money with you, then of course, will continue to spend more money with you if they treat them well. If you, again, if you follow Russell Brunson, there's an ascension model. They all buy on. You have later higher price products that some of them will buy, and as long as you provide value, they will buy. So I think one of the big things to me crossing a million was actually database, like focusing on that area, not just. I always had it, but I didn't focus on growing it. So when I say focus, what do I mean by that? Let's say you have a database now of, let's say you start off 5,000 people. Let's say I don't know, what do you sell? Rash, give me an example. What do you sell? Like
digital product, all right? So I sell Crash Profits. I sell my online program about how to profit from the stock market crash.
Okay, so good. So Rash now has an online program, how to profit from the stock market, right? And he has a database of 5,000. So I would personally always just set KPIs. Like, I'll set KPIs, okay, for the year, how much do I want to make, reverse engineer it? Like, okay, maybe for the year from this program, I want to make $500,000. I'll just reverse engineer. Okay, how many people do I need? Okay, I need then maybe 10,000 people paying this amount of money, $100, right? No, that's 1 million. Okay, 5,000 people paying $100. And that's my goal. Then I would reverse engineer and say, okay, then from now until the end of a year, how many more months are there? And if I was to do it linear, every month, how many new customers and prospects do I need? Because maybe if I know my numbers, maybe for every 10 prospect, I get a customer. So what's the name of the game? To then focus on the prospect number. How do I then do marketing to get more prospects in, right? So business is really all about knowing your numbers, measuring your metrics, and then just reverse engineering. And then planning out the campaigns, marketing campaigns, to then try to get those numbers. And even if you don't get them, it's fine, because you look at it and reflect like, oh, maybe you spent $1,000 on Facebook marketing. It didn't get you the prospects you wanted and the customers, and then you revise and modify it. So the thing is, if you're not measuring your numbers, you're not looking at the different ratios. I'm not talking about the investment ratios, but like your conversion ratios, how many people are visiting your website, how many new people. You don't set a goal to how many new people you're adding to prospect database every month. Then it's harder for you to achieve what you want.
Oh, dude, guys, I just want to share with you something. As I'm listening to Elvin, I'm taking down notes myself, right? Because I truly believe that I am currently in the process of building something huge. Like, Alvin, just to share with you something, I want to build $100 million empire, right? Like, I have this goal, right? And I'm thinking like, hey, why not think 10 times bigger?
Of course, yeah.
Right? Why not think 10 times bigger? So how do I build $100 million empire? And I need to learn, man. I need to learn how to actually do this stuff. So I, again, reverse engineering process, look at all your numbers, look at your metrics, what your conversion ratios are, and, work backwards. What do you need to sell? How much do you need to sell? And how many new people are actually coming into your funnels every single time, right? So I think that's very, very important. Guys, please take down these notes, all right? Very, very important. Please take down these notes. Are you all taking notes, guys? If you are, type in yes. If you are taking notes, my friends, my team. All right, so again, yes, they're all taking notes. That's fantastic. So again, Alvin, thank you for dropping these knowledge bombs, bro. And I got one question, which is, going to kind of throw you off the how do you stay humble?
Huh?
Yeah. So how do you stay grounded, man? Like, you're such a grounded guy. You've achieved so much. How do you stay grounded?
Maybe my wife smacks some sense into me every now and then. But okay, to be honest, what I've learned over the years is that every time you think you're smarter, you think you're the best, that's where, this new problem or challenge is going to smack you back right, into a spot. Like back then, like I thought I was invincible. Like, when I told you, remember in 2015, I was like, okay, I have a $5 million business. And then, fellow business owners will also be like, say, oh, wow, that's good. People will pile on the accolades and all that. So you need to tune yourself out from that, because 5 million in the grand scheme of the whole world is not peanuts. So that's why I posted, I had a post talking about when my first million, I was like, although it's, from not being a business person to being a business person to earning your first million, it's a milestone. You want to celebrate it. But to me, it was like, oh, it's just $1 million. It's just a small thing. It's just like opening one F&B outlet. So I always then remind myself there's other people out there doing much bigger. You don't use that to demoralize yourself, but you do that to tell yourself that, okay, there is, like you said, it's always about learning, going to the next stage. So once you start telling yourself there's nothing to be learned already, that's how you cannot evolve. So every year also, what I notice is that I also have a business coach in the past, And sometimes they'll tell me to do things that to me, doesn't make sense, and I'll be like uncomfortable to try to do it. And they'll give me like advice like, Alvin, you need to do your charts every week, every month. And I'm like, it's a pain in the ass to do the charts and the matrix, but then the thing is, and you don't see the value of it yet. But what I've come to realize year after year is that every year, do a few things that push yourself out of your comfort zone. Okay, the reason why it's not in your comfort zone is because whatever success you're having right now is where you are at now. So to break free from this level, you need to do a few things, take on a coach or whatever in another sphere, learn and break. And with that, after that, you'll break out your comfort zone, and then that's how you grow. That's how you grow, spiritually, individually. And then what I come over to realize over the years or so is that I'll then look back and say, oh shit, at that time I couldn't see it, but later on I could see why that advice was so useful. So I would advise a lot of y'all to, be it reading from books or finding coaches, to push yourself out of the comfort zone, and then you next year you then look back and say, oh wow, I'm so glad I did it. Maybe it could be like, taking your option course or any other program or any other traders program. If it's within your means, go for it. Yeah.
Who are your initial or current mentors, if you don't mind sharing?
Okay. At this moment in time, I don't have a current mentor, but okay, back then I would like learn from people. Like, okay, but how do I learn? Not necessarily go for the courses, but one example with Ewan Chia. I'm sure you all have heard Ewan Chia. I mean, him and Johan Mok, they were the first few internet marketers in Singapore back in the day, long, long ago. Okay, so rather than learning from Ewan and going his program, what I'll do is I'll learn and see how he sells. So I'll look at what he sells, I'll buy through it, save all the pages, and see, oh, so this is how he's selling. Back then, there were no ClickFunnels. It's not everybody talks about funnels, but I would buy his funnel and see how he sells it, buy a few other people's ones and learn. So I learn by reverse engineering what other people are doing. And of course, you need to make sure that they are successful first before you reverse engineer that.
For sure, man.
After that, I had a mentor, a business mentor. He actually pushed me a lot. And then later on, we became business partners. But I mean, unfortunately, that this year didn't turn out well, and then we parted ways. But otherwise, I would say I had a business partner, and I was, it was a mentor that became my business partner. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing, man. So again, Ewan Chia, I speak along with him, I speak all over the world together with him. I speak
nice.
in Ace Profits and stuff like that. Oh, amazing guy, man. Amazing guy, right? Like, OG, like, literally OG in the space.
Yes.
OG in the space. Even, do you know that even Russell Brunson gives him credit?
Oh,
like, like for real, man. Like in Funnel Hacking Live, he actually shared like Ewan Chia was one of the first people he actually learned from. I was like, wow, Singapore represent, bro.
Yes,
Singapore represent, like Ewan Chia. Okay, anyways, Ewan Chia, if you're listening to this, shout out to you, bro. Right, and Johan Mok as well. Oh, dude, that guy is a machine. Anyways, right. So, dude, I want to ask you one more question. Very, very, very important. So, what's the goal moving forward, brother? Like, tell me, man, where is your company? Where's TrueGenix going to be? Where is Alvin Huang going to be? 2020, next 10 years. Like, do you plan that far ahead? And what's the vision? What's the plan?
Okay, so we do set certain plans for the future, like our vision of where we want to be. I think now we're trying to build a transition whereby we do a lot what we call the infomercials or direct response marketing. So I'm trying to transit from there to become a little bit more branded, meaning that because in the past I used to have a lot of products sold under different product names, different brands. To be honest, the reason is because when you sell to the US, you hear about US lawsuits being very common, litigation. It can sue you over anything. I don't know whether you all heard about, like, last time in the heyday, McDonald's got sued over their coffee because they didn't say it was hot coffee or something like that. So you can get sued almost over any reason. I was so worried. So I set up a lot of subsidiaries, and every company had one product. So just in case, knock on wood, something goes down, it will not drag all my, my whole business down. So over the years, nothing has been sued yet. So thank God, that's good. So now we're trying to consolidate and build what we call a brand. We're looking more, to be honest, into the lifetime value of a customer, the customer experience. So that's where I'm trying to build loyal customers. So that was an area that I really screwed up in the last few years, whereby we were really just so aggressive in our marketing. We were very good at customer acquisition. And because we were so blessed to get it so easy then, it was a blessing. It was a good and a bad. We were good, we benefited from it, but it was a bad thing because it made us lazy. It made me and my team lazy in the sense like it was so easy to get a customer that we didn't bother to make sure that customer experience was good. We didn't bother to ensure that we were measuring the lifetime value and to increase the lifetime value of a customer. Because to be honest, in any business model, it is the most expensive thing to acquire and convince a customer to become a customer. It's easier then to get the customer to continue buying and staying with you. So That's one thing I screwed up. So we're actually focusing a lot on that this year and the next few years. Yeah.
Oh, that's great, man. Dude, thank you for sharing that. Like, building a brand, focusing. So much that I need to do as well. Right now I'm getting epiphanies with regards to like what I need to be doing currently right now. Like, as in Elvin, just to share with you personally, right? Like I'm experiencing a explosion in what I'm
Yes.
currently doing. It's
That's great.
it's kind of insane. I'm really thankful to God for it. Like it's all His blessings in my life. I truly believe that. And hey, I need to make sure that all these things that you're saying is stuff that I actually implement in my own business, in my own life as well, right? So thank you for sharing, bro. I really, really appreciate this. Super, super important. Don't mind me. I'm just writing some notes as well, right? How do you measure lifetime value of customer? Taking care of your customers, making sure that you guys are taken care of. Guys, am I taking care of you? Am I taking care of you guys? Type in yes if I am taking care of you, right? I take care of these guys very well. I see them like 4 times a day, bro.
Wow.
Like, I'm not joking, dude. I saw them this morning. I see them like right now. I'll see them at night again. And then I see them at 3 a.m. in the morning. Like I take care of them, bro. Like that's something that I love my customers. I want to make sure, they're not customers to me. They're like my family.
Yes.
That's something that I truly, truly believe in. I'm the face of the entire thing, right? So I want to make sure I give them the best. Right, so lifetime value of customer, how you can take care of them. I think the ascension model is very, very important as well. I think, dude, talk to them about the ascension model, right? Like, Russell Brand talks about it. Maybe I want to hear your perspective about it.
Okay, so I think in general, the ascension model is that, I'm not sure whether it's the way that I interpret or the way that I've been doing it is, firstly, you need to have multiple touch points with prospects. So the first touch point typically is something that is free or very cheap so that people can be introduced to what you do. So maybe you give, you do a free event, you do a free ebook, and then from then on, you then introduce something that is of higher value to them, that can help them. Then you charge maybe like $50 to $100 for that. So depending on every business model, there's different kinds of ascension models, right? Like if you're doing something like a training, then you can't do like a live training, like 3 days, you can't do like $100, $200. You need to then price it higher, maybe like $500, $600. So that's usually the beginner course program, and then later on, typically you then upsell them to other kind of products and services. You can either sell to more advanced training, or it could be, I think another point is not just advanced training, but it's more about the intimacy, whereby you provide coaching, you provide more face value, face time with these people. So the only problem with that model is that when you do coaching is you'll be then trading a little bit of time for money. So there are so many different models. It really depends on all your different businesses. So, but in general, the thing about the ascension model is that you sell them you give them something for free of value. Then after that, you sell them something for $50 to $100, and then you just keep going up the value.
Bro, talking about this, I have a question that I really want to ask you, bro.
Yeah, sure.
Running a business, you have employees all over the world. Like, how busy are you? Like, actually, are you quite free? Or are you like damn busy? And what's a day in the life of Alvin?
Okay. So I'll be very frank here. It really depends. Okay. At every stage, suddenly, okay. So when I was doing how was that? I went to Taiwan and okay. To be honest, you need to find ways to free up your time. But what happens after? Okay, I'll just do it properly. So yes, there are moments where you become truly free because at the level, say it's a $10 million business, you've already implemented all the protocols, all the systems. Your team knows what to do if there's emergencies. So then your time frees up. But then what happens? You want to grow the business, right? You want more. So you then go into different areas whereby your team is not accustomed to that. So when that happens, then your time then gets sucked up again. But to be honest now, a little bit busy. Why? Because I'm now handling the US side, my team. So I have some days I have meetings at 5:30, 6 o'clock. Okay. The Singapore side also, I have meetings. And then, I have a newborn. My son is just 3 months old. So actually that's...
Congratulations, man.
Thank you. So that's taking up a lot of sleep time, actually, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, but I think you're definitely able to grow. About 1 year ago, I used to take 2 half days off every weekday, in the weekdays, to spend time with my wife. So we'll go out, catch movies. So I'll post on Facebook. The reason is, if you do that, there's nobody now of course coronavirus, but I'm saying on the normal weekday, you go watch movies, you go have food, you go on outings. The next half day, I'll go on outings with my daughter. We'll bring her to the zoo. There's no one else because everyone's working. So that was a very good life, and we still managed to grow the business very huge, that time. But I would think in general, there'll be moments when you're doing a business, there'll be moments where your time is all sucked up, and there'll be moments where after you systemize, everything dies down, you have enough time, and you have a lot of time freedom. And also depends on the business model. But if you're doing something like you're fronting the business like Rash here, needs to talk to everyone 4 times a day, right? So it'll take up more from you. But the question is, what is your passion? You can see from Rash, he gets energized from this interaction with you all. Hence, he's doing it. So you need to be very careful and go into a business that energizes you. So it's fine if it's taking your time, but it energizes you, because then you get more energy, right? You get excited. But not everybody is built for like a influencer or trainer business. So you need to find something that suits you. So, but in general, what I do, okay, with regards to time freedom, is every quarter in a year, I do an exercise, which I think is very important for every single one of us. Okay, what the exercise is about trying to free up more time. Okay, so what you do is you take up a paper, and what you do is that you write down on an average day what you do. Okay, to be very specific. So let's say, example, let's say you work 8 hours a day. So for 2 hours, okay, you say, oh, I do this specific task. Let's say for 2 hours, I set up the website. Okay, let's say example, 2 hours you set up a website. And then for the next 2 hours, I have various meetings with some of my teams. Okay, that's fine. So 2 hours teams. And then you have another maybe 1 hour whereby you're always fighting fire. Okay, for those of you who have businesses, after a while, what happens is there'll be someone coming to you saying, hey, this thing got wrong, and this customer, they never got this. So I call it fighting fire. It means you didn't plan for it. 1 to 2 hours a day, people will just come to you with problems, and they might not know how to solve it, but you need to solve it. Okay, so write down all the things that you need to do in an average day. Okay, next is, out of all these things, which is the lowest value? Okay, you filter it by two things. Which is the lowest value? Meaning that, for example, if I am making edits to a website, right? And I used to do that back in the day, like doing some edits. Because why? Why do I do that? I have a team doing that, but I feel that I did it because I'm faster than all of them. And that's true. But then it was one of the lowest value. What do you mean by that? Like if I edited my websites and changed the funnels a little bit, like to get my per hour value to the business is worth much more than that. So doing the website thing wasn't worthwhile, right? Then the next thing you want to filter it with is there a way to get someone else on your team, or should you consider growing your team to get someone else to do that? Okay, because when you're a business owner, you need to be careful. You might hire a VA, but you want to be careful with your finances. So you want to filter it with this: is it enough time is it good value for your time, and can you find someone to do it? So a real example that I actually outsourced was in 2015 Chinese New Year. I used to control all the emails in the company, meaning I will control what to send out and what to promote, because I felt that I was the best person managing my database on what to promote. And I'll spend, to be honest, 2 to 3 hours a day doing that. And I didn't want to let it go. Every business owner, after a while, they don't let certain things go. So, but I realized to grow the business to the next level, I cannot do that. I needed someone to do it for me, spend their time on it. So what I did was I got 2 of my top guys, to actually take it over for me. And it was a big thing for me, because you think that you're the best at it, you don't want to let anyone else do it. Usually that happens, sometimes. A lot of you all might have experienced that. And what I did was I passed it over to them. I taught them how to do it. But the key thing is you need to do a few things. You need to monitor their numbers and set up metrics so that they are updating the data, so that you can monitor just in case something goes wrong, you know what's happening. Okay, you can't just delegate and don't monitor. You need to delegate it, start monitoring the numbers, and you need to allow room for their failure, because they are going to screw it up. They are never going to be as good as you. Okay, at the start especially. So you need to hold back, when they screw up so fast, and hold back your anger, or hold back your complaints, and say, or try to take it back. Okay, so I remember I did that specifically on 2015 Chinese New Year, because I was very scared. Oh shit, I just passed it to them, and there's no work because it's Chinese New Year. But it was a blessing in disguise, because they did a good job of it. Sure, they screwed up sometimes, but because I was still monitoring, and I still had weekly meetings with them to monitor it and then update them. And over time, as they became better in it, I then had monthly meetings just to have, I still get the reports and know what's happening. And then, but it will be reduced to a monthly. So what have I done? Something that I do daily for 2 to 3 hours, which is good. I did it and I generated a lot of money, but I delegated to another team member, 2 team members to do it. That freed up my 2 to 3 hours time to then either, if you want, spend time with family, or focus on higher value business building blocks of the company, right? And interestingly enough, is when those people when the emailing was under them, what do? I then started setting KPIs, matrix for them to hit. So their time is then dedicated to just always thinking, okay, how can we grow the numbers? How can we increase customer engagement, open rates? How can we increase the revenues? They then dedicate their whole KPI to try to achieve that, versus how was it in the past? In the past, I was only dedicating 2 to 3 hours doing it, but I had all other parts of the business. So could I really have time to grow that part, that portion? No. So when you delegate it out also, it gives you the opportunity to give someone KPIs, action steps, and also brainstorm together with them how to get it going. But it becomes their baby. And, apparently email marketing was a very big revenue driver for our business. At the peak, we were earning $1 million just for our emails. And interestingly enough, these two guys then passed the same system on to another two members, and they became the team that now manages my emails. But the whole point of it is find out in your day what you're doing, what is low value. If it's taking a lot of your time, and then find ways to delegate out. And then you have to repeat the process, because now that's why when you ask me what's my day like, right, it's actually meetings. I have delegated everything out such that I only do meetings now. So I still need to try to reduce that. Why? I don't want people to have me in meetings. I want people to know enough that they're doing their own meetings, their own teams, and then I rise up. So yeah, I hope that makes sense.
That's amazing. Dude, that makes a lot of sense. Guys, do y'all love the information? Type in I love it. Come on, guys, type in I love it if you all love the information. I'm taking down so many notes.
I hope you all find it useful. I don't know.
Hey, 100%. Guys, I hope Haziq is in here. I don't know whether Haziq is in here, and hopefully he can do the notes for us as well, compile it. Elvin, do you know yesterday, I don't know if you actually saw my Facebook, there's this guy called Haziq, and he actually did up notes for the Extreme Wealth Summit, and he actually raised $15,000 in one day on Hari Raya, bro.
Wow, that's amazing.
Association, right? So Haziq, shout out to you, Haziq, if you wherever you are. Right, I'm so proud of him. One day, 15 grand he actually raised for. He's a 25-year-old boy, and he wrote notes, and his notes are so amazing. So I think he's going to write down notes for this entire session. He's going to share it with the community. Guys, would y'all love that? Would y'all love that if you share notes for this? Right? Yes, please. Okay. So again, Haziq, make sure you take down notes and share the notes. I want the notes as well, bro. I need the notes as well. So anyways, Alvin, I want to respect your time, bro. I know we've been going on for nearly an hour already, bro. Time flies, bro.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Time flies. I know you're a busy man. Thank you very, very much for coming, bro. But just one last question, right? One last question. For all my guys in here who are dreamers, who are budding entrepreneurs, who want to start their own thing, what's your one beginning advice to all of them?
Okay. If you want to start your own thing, I think firstly you need to find out which business model is that you want to pursue. Okay, for example, if you're a newbie, what are the available business models out there? There is Amazon e-commerce, meaning that you source for products from China and then you fulfill them to Amazon and then you sell on Amazon. That's one particular business model. There's pros and cons to it. There's another business model, the Shopify e-commerce model. That's not what I'm doing, but it's like, drop shipping and then, building out your websites and then getting traffic mainly from Facebook. So again, there are pros and cons to that model, right? Because the thing is, if you are not good at Facebook marketing, then you do not want to pursue that model. So every different business models, or maybe like you want to just do option trading for a living and you want to do that, because there's limited risks, but great reward potential. So you need to then align like, okay, what skill sets do you really have that would support that business model or career? Then you want to then choose correctively. Like for example, like I said, if you don't know anything about Facebook marketing and you want to do the Shopify e-commerce, then while you might learn everything there, the thing is, if you do not learn Facebook marketing well, you will fail. So then maybe you want to do Amazon e-commerce. My business model is a bit different. So for any business or opportunity you want to make sure that you actually have some strengths that support and make your success much easier. I think that's something that we all don't look at sometimes when we look at business opportunities. We always they're all very interesting, exciting. We hear about all the success stories and they're all true. Just that the question is, how did those people stand out? They had maybe a little bit more thing extra, here and there that helped them gain success. Yeah.
Dude, I again today I'm so glad I managed to dissect your brain, because I've got so many things, bro. My entire book is full with exactly how Alvin Huang has actually succeeded. And bro, thank you so much, bro. Hopefully one day I can bring you back. Guys, would you all love if Alvin comes back to maybe do something else maybe in the future, sometime in the future? Would you all love that? All right, type in yes, please. Dude, have a look, bro. Have a look. Just see.
I hope you all found it useful, because to be honest, the methods or whatever I shared, if you think about it, they're quite boring, but boring makes money, actually, to be honest. I felt there's usually nothing sexy. It's about implementing certain systems, a certain kind of mindset, and just applying it, being disciplined to do it, and then, yeah.
Guys, if you all found, again, one more time, guys, I just want to share something before Alvin goes off. Alvin, just want to share something. If you all have found this useful, I want all of you to go onto Facebook. I think it's on the Facebook group, Extreme Wealth Summit. Please share this, all right? Why do I want you to share this? Because I know so many people will benefit from what exactly Alvin is sharing, right? So please go and share. I want to see at least 500 shares, guys. Please go and share. It doesn't cost you a cent. Please go and share so that more people can actually benefit from this. Again, please go and share.
Yeah, and I'm also so sorry, Rash, that I couldn't answer all the questions. There are just so many different questions.
Hey, no worries, no worries. That's why we can always do a round two if you don't mind, right? So please go and share as much as possible. Please make sure you go and share, and that's basically what's up, right? So again, Alvin, thank you very much, bro. You can feel free to leave. I'm just gonna talk to my guys for a while. I'm gonna give them a gift.
Thanks for having me, guys. Thanks for having me, Rash. Bye, everyone. Take care. Stay safe.